The big C3 with like 6 minutes left was kind of the dagger. That put him up 9, I think.
Well, while you're looking for that, Tim, I'll give you also time to think about this next topic, one I'm very, very passionate about. Let's talk Reed Sheppard's pregame fit. I mean, we were sitting there right on the court there in our pregame, and it came out, and I was like, no way. He wore an Arkansas shirt and a Kentucky pair of shorts to the Rockets game. All right, let me make my case real quick, and then, Mike, I want to hear yours as well, and then Tim will get yours as well. It's a good overview of, he's one of us, and then Michael's just an outsider, and we'll get your take will be great on this too. But I made the case. If he was going to do anything, he had 4 chances of success for this fit. The first one would have been to wear all UK stuff. Couldn't go any wrong with that. If you're going to make a statement, wear all UK. The second one would have been to do nothing at all. We don't necessarily, no offense, we don't need your statement of who you're deciding with. The third one would have been, okay, Kentucky shirt, Arkansas shorts. The fourth one would have been what he did. He did an absolute last place on that. Absolute mistake. And listen, Michael, this was a mistake. We knew, he said after the thing, they interviewed him, like, why'd you do that? What was the reason? He's like, I got former teammates on that team. That's my former coach. I want to support him. We already know you support Cal and your former teammates. You have no ties to Arkansas besides them. To have Arkansas across your chest, listen, he's 20 years old. I've made more mistakes than he has. I don't have the whole world watching me, but that was a mistake, and you will not convince me otherwise. And Big Blue Nation's in flames right now about it. They're mad.
Well, there's a fifth option that would have been the worst, which would have been wear all Arkansas stuff. So be fair, at least it wasn't the worst option, but who cares? Gosh.
That's a major deal. Tim, what do you think?
Hey, Trace, you're not going to be happy with this, but who freaking cares, man? Some people are overreacting so much, dude. How much he's done for Kentucky, and then he goes out and wears one little Arkansas shirt. That just throws everything out that he's done for this state, this community, and everything.
No, I'm not saying that. It doesn't throw it away, but that was my opinion. That was a flat out mistake. Like, bro, what are you doing? If anything, you're gonna have Arkansas. Put them on your shorts. Put them on your socks. Across your chest. The shirt's more dominant than the shorts. What are we doing, Reed? Come on, I love Reed. Listen, I love Reed. If you ask me my favorite Kentucky player since Cal's been here, well, we'll say the last 5 years. It's Oscar and Reed, and it ain't close for second place the last 5 years. I love this boy. I've been watching him since junior year down at North Laurel. That was a mistake.
Come on. First of all, shout out your cat, Timo, for appearing on the Cat's Coverage podcast. That's fantastic. But no, come on. Give Cut Reed some slack. He's got to support his old coach.
But here's the thing. Your
totally
old
agree,
coach,
Michael.
He was your coach at Kentucky, though. You have no ties to Arkansas. We know you support Cal at Arkansas, but you ain't got to wear an Arkansas shirt.
Right, but this is the whole point. It wasn't for Cal. It wasn't about Kentucky. It was about Cal. Like, that's why you hated it, is because he got these one and dones to just come here and play here for 8 months and then go to the league. And you got so mad at Cal for saying, my job isn't to win national championships. My job is to prepare these guys for their futures as young men. And everyone was like, what the heck? No, you're the coach at Kentucky. Your job is to win championships. And he said, no, my job is not. And like, it's not about Kentucky. It's about the players. It's about them.
But for Reed, it's different. It's different for Reed. He's in his own category.
What did he do? He got Reed to the league. Like, Reed
would come to Kentucky if Cal was here or not. Like, it's different. He grew up an hour from Rupp Arena. He grew up in UK clothes. His mom and dad met in Kentucky basketball world. He is different. You can have another opinion, and it's not wrong, but you will not change my mind. He is different. That was a mistake.
I wasn't mad at the other former players. Like, they were going on Twitter and stuff saying, I don't know who and what, but I just heard that some were like, go Hogs or whatever, coming to your trap and take your trap or something.
Washington, Jacob Toppin, Davion Mintz, and Ashton Hagens.
Trace has these things written down.
Here's the thing.
He's going to remember that till he goes to his grave.
I didn't like that they did that. But, like Ty Washington, the whole theme that year was walking your trap, taking over your trap. The song, they played it after the big wins. But ironically, he didn't think that the one through either. He said they came in and took over Yo Trap. Yo Trap is your own trap. He's talking about Rupp Arena. That's your trap too. And if you want to correlate those 4 guys, they didn't have the 38-1 season. They didn't have the 4 Final Fours in 5 seasons. Like, they didn't have a whole lot of success here, so they don't love Kentucky. They like it. I understand why they're just not like, love it as much as we do and can have that take. But like, still though, like, I understand taking up for your coach, but for Ty Washington sitting there and say, yeah, Coach Cal took over yo trap. Like, bro, that trap is what you played in. That gave you a ride in college basketball. Like, what? That I just didn't understand that either. I wasn't mad. I just thought like, okay, y'all didn't read the room either.
I'll just go back to my point. Like I watched a little bit of the one and done Cal 30 for 30 on Friday. We had it on. I was in Nashville for a few days, just going to see some concerts, and came back Saturday morning for the game. And we watched some of that one and not done 30 for 30 on Friday. And they were talking about what I just said, like that he said, my job is not to win national championships. Like
that's an idiotic statement.
Right. That's fine. But if his job is to get guys to the league and set them up for their futures, like, okay, that can be bad, but that's what the players signed up for when they came here. Like, yes, Reed loves Kentucky and he's from here, but he came here to play for Cal and to get to the league. Yes, he would have loved to have won a national championship, but you know what? If winning a national championship was the most important thing for Reed Sheppard, then he would have came back this season. But it wasn't. His job was to come here and play and get ready for the league so that he can go get a contract and make his money. And that's what Cal did to all of these guys. That's Cal. They came here for Cal. They didn't come here for Kentucky.
That's not why
they're loyal to Cal. It is what it is. That love him or hate him, that's what he was. That's what they talked about in the documentary. That was his quote.
Yeah, that's for all of them. Yes. Not for Reed. Reed's in a different – listen, Reed, if Cal would have left a year before, Kentucky would have been his final two. I'm confident he was coming here for all those other players. Yes, they come for Cal. Kentucky is fun. They take all the biggest fan base there is, but their goal is to hop in the NBA, pit stop, and go pro. I understand that for sure. But Reed is different. He is London, Kentucky. For people that aren't in Kentucky, like that are watching this from home, that is right down the road from Rupp, an hour. His mom and dad met on women's basketball, Kentucky, and men's basketball. The perfect story. He is different, man. He's different.
Got it. But here's the question. Are you willing to bet your life savings? Okay? Every dollar you earn, you have to be a bum for the rest of your life. Are you willing to bet all of that if Reed didn't have a draft stock, that he would have followed Cal to Arkansas, or would he have stayed at Kentucky?
Stayed at Kentucky.
You're willing to bet every single dollar you own?
Yes.
Are you?
Oh, yes. And another cherry on top, another caveat to why I believe that as well is he was going to get another fat contract NIL deal at Kentucky too. But like, even if you take the NIL stuff out of it, yes, why would – oh my gosh.
You don't think the Chicken Nugget Boys would have paid Reed?
They would have, but he would have got that here too. But the thing is, Reed Sheppard could have not stepped foot back in this state if he would have played for Arkansas.
But I disagree. There's no way we match Arkansas and Tyson's NIL deals.
Well, it's extreme right now because they're throwing crazy bags at her. But Reed Sheppard, do you want to make $8 million or do you want to make $4 million? $4 million is still more money than you can spend. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you're
gonna bet your life savings, but what shirt did he wear? And you're saying he should have put the Arkansas shorts on and Kentucky shirt on because the shirt means more than the shorts. But he did an Arkansas shirt. The shirt means more than the shorts. Arkansas meant more than Kentucky did.
He didn't think
I also add Stacy Sheppard was wearing an Arkansas shirt. And there was a photo of her wearing an Arkansas shirt.
So I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Are you all telling me that you think Reed would have went to Arkansas if he was in college another year? He would have followed. Is that what y'all are saying?
There's no telling, really.
I wouldn't bet
possibility.
I wouldn't bet every dollar like you would.
I think it's an 80-20 chance, and I'm taking that 80.
Every dollar. Wow.
Yeah. Man, I just don't. We'll have to disagree. But man, it did rile up my feathers seeing him with.
I was basically asking if you were like 100% certain, like you bet every dollar.
I would, but I like to take a gamble sometimes. I like to bet on sports.
Yeah, we've seen
I don't know. I don't. It's a truly fascinating fact, and I would love to just get a couple drinks and read, and like be on a bar stool and like have Reed sip a couple beers and have a little buzzy buzz and just ask him that and ask him some other questions. But really, ask him that. I wonder if he was being completely honest, would he have followed Cal to Arkansas, or would he have stayed here and wore another Kentucky jersey?
Think about the repercussions, though. Like, again, with Reed, it only matters for Reed. It only matters for Travis Perry. Those guys that were going up here, like, this is gonna be an exaggeration saying that he couldn't set foot back in the state again, but like he could be one of the most beloved all time. He is, and you make that decision, you wipe the feet out from under you on that, and you have, when Reed Sheppard walks back in Kentucky, you still have, he still went to Arkansas, he's still not one of us. Like, he would never hear the end of that. And if he just doesn't make that decision and comes back to Kentucky instead of following Cal, he's the rest of his life, he could never get another contract in the NBA, and his life is set in Lexington and Kentucky, just like his dad is. His dad has his own business. It's like a financial advisor. So, and he might be good at what he does, but if his name wasn't Jeff Sheppard, he would have had a lot harder time having that business be successful. All these guys, they ride that success for the rest of their life because Kentucky fans will milk it and support them until they die.
Yeah, but his legacy still always has a little stain on it because he scored 2 points and lost to Oakland in the first round. Sorry. I mean, I love him, and as I've talked about so many times, like, he deserved more. But he pooped his pants. He scored 2 points. Like, he was bad in that game. He wasn't ready for the moment. Yeah. And yes, he won freshman of the year and stuff, and he'll always be loved here. But I don't know. I think if, like, you're so certain, but he left. Like, he didn't come back. Now the argument is, I just got someone texting me saying Reed would have stayed. Yeah. I don't know. Now the only reason why I might agree that Reed would have stayed is because Travis stayed, right? Like, Travis didn't follow Cal to Arkansas. He never wore the Kentucky blue, and he wanted to do that. That was his lifelong dream, was to wear the Kentucky blue. But Reed had a season in Kentucky blue. And then maybe if he had to come back to school, maybe he would have followed Cal. He showed you said it yourself, the shirt means more than the shorts. If he really cared, then he would have put UK shirt. Now, I think, who cares?
He didn't think it through, though. Those are my words. He didn't have that. He didn't think that through, that it does mean more. He was like, I'm just going to support my coach. And, like, it backfired on him, man. I understand where you're coming from, but that's something I can't be convinced otherwise. That's just me, though. I'm a little stubborn.
I'm probably dead 50-50. Like, I don't know what he would do, but I don't think I'd lean one way or the other. I think there's just as good of a chance that he would have followed Cal, just like a Drew and DJ and Z did.
I know it's all hypothetical, but it's just fun to talk about. But like J.R. Lewis here in our comments also mentions that we got to remember that Jeff Sheppard was really good friends with Mark Pope. So we know Mark Pope would have been
roommates. They were college roommates.
Yeah. He would have been texting Jeff every single day about Reed.
Oh, agreed. Well, he was. He wanted Reed to come back.
Yeah, yeah.
He left. I think it was like 4 days later or something. 4 days after.
He said at that press conference, he said something during the word Shepherds, and he stopped, and the whole place went nuts. And he's like, right. What I did there, he wanted him for sure. But when you're the first college player to get, the first two were international. He was the first NCAA player in college basketball last year to go drafted. He was number 3 behind 2 international prospects. You can't turn that down.
Maybe I'll save myself and say 51% Reed would stay. 49% he would follow Cal to Arkansas. But I think it's a fun hypothetical, which really was never a thought until he wore that shirt, which, fans were all amped up about. I really don't think it matters because he followed every other player that was kind of Team Cal. Everyone loves Kentucky still, but like, they came here for Cal. Came here to play for Cal. Cal gets you to the league,
Reed.
Yeah, but Reed came here for Cal too.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he knows. He's like, guys, gonna get me a pro, and Reed couldn't have asked for a better scenario. I mean, he came outside of a postseason success, but like, it went. You got the percentage. It was booming. Like, he put out a quote that summer. I'll go get water. Whoever wants water for me. I'm just happy to be here, type of thing. And damn, he gets drafted 3rd overall. Outside of the postseason, it was a success story. But
yeah, and nobody knew he was going to blow up the way he did too. So like, he didn't. I know he got some other good offers. He was a 4-star, but it's not like every team in the country was wanting him like a number 1 overall recruit. So he would have came to Kentucky no matter what. But Yeah, it's like if Cal left the year before after the Kansas State loss, then DJ would have followed him, Justin Edwards would have followed him, Rob would have followed him, and Aaron Bradshaw would have followed him.
Cal guys, all
so, guys. But you think Reed would have stayed and done what Travis did, and he
I truly do. I'm not even exaggerating. I really do. Those guys
I think so too. And for like incoming. But since he already played a season at UK, he already accomplished his dream of playing a season at UK. But so he could have left. But
yeah.
But I know we've been on this topic for a little bit, but JR just said that he's been commenting some good thoughts, but he posted something else that I had thought about is how it could have very well just been as simple that when somebody's going to send you something, it's probably going to be a shirt first. The picture I was talking about with Stacy Sheppard, same shirt. PJ Washington visited Arkansas, same shirt. I can't remember if there's another one out there, but same exact shirt Reed had on. It could have just very well been as simple as that was the only Arkansas piece that he had. He has a bunch of Kentucky stuff, so you just threw on the Kentucky shorts to go with it. I mean, I really do think it's something that everyone's just overthinking and overreacting to.
I thought it was cool. Like, I don't know. It's just me because I'm not a fan. But I thought it was cool that he wore both. It's kind of like, all right, he's loyal to coach, but loyal to the school. Like, I don't know. I think it was the right decision. I think it was either that or wear nothing. Like, just wear a regular. I thought it was fine. I thought it was funny. But I'm not a fan, so I don't know.
Trace, I love seeing your eyes light up when you said, I thought that was the right decision.
This ain't hard for me, man. It was. Listen, I'm not going to hold it against him. One, we got to be professional about this when he comes back around, all that stuff. Like, I don't think people should have been as mad. Like, it's not the end of the world. It's just fun to talk about. But it was still, to me, lightly a mistake. But you should see social media. They think for this weekend, they said, forget him. And I'm like, wow, like they could have been more opposite when he was here. So they are over exaggerating a little bit on social media. I'll give you that.
That's what I'm talking about. I don't think you're overstepping or over exaggerating. It's social media, man.
Our Facebook post had over 900 comments about that. 900. That's I'm saying people are going nuts over that.
I just try to put it in my shoes. Like, what if the only thing I know is like, what if Tom Izzo left to go coach somewhere else? And then like Jaren Jackson was like wearing the new shirt but Michigan State shorts. Like I don't think I would care. But Izzo would never go anywhere else anyways.
Is Jaren Jackson? I don't. Is he from Michigan?
He went to Michigan State. Yeah, he played one season.
Like before, like where is he from? What state? Like he grew up in there.
He played prep ball in Indiana, like pretty close to Michigan. So yeah, that's fair. He wasn't from maybe like Miles Bridges or Cassius Winston. Like if Cassius Winston, he played at MSU for 4 years, and made a Final Four. If Cassius wore the other team's shirt and Michigan State shorts, I don't know. Maybe I would have been like, oh, well, he's loyal to Izzo. Like I really wouldn't have been that surprised. I think.
The point, and we keep hitting the same points. The only thing I'm saying is, answer this real quick. Is the Cassius guy, is he from Michigan or did he just play there?
He's from Detroit. Yeah.
Okay. Then I understand that one. I was saying Reed Sheppard, he's 4 years old and got decked out in UK stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why it's not like name the player that was here for 4 years. Like, it's not like that guy. Like Willie Cauley-Stein was here for 3 years. Like those guys, like it ain't about the long term. How many? It's like he is a Kentucky fan before anything. I don't know. But anyways.
Matt Stafford, like we rooted for him. Like Lions fans, an overwhelming majority of Lions fans rooted for Matt Stafford to win that Super Bowl with the Rams. Like we wanted him to win. He did a lot for the Lions. He never won a playoff game, but so it hurt a little bit. It hurts to see him go win with someone else. Like it hurt us to see Justin Verlander go and win a World Series with the Astros. And he won a Cy Young too, I think, with the Astros. And he was really good. It was like, dang, he should have won one, for the Tigers. So I get it, but it's different. But yeah, whatever. We can move on.